Lie down. Get up there. You gotta lie down, girl. Go ahead. Lie down. Lie down. cat. Ano na? Ikaw ka ang bago pa, uway. Down. Lie down, buddy. Get up there. Aries. Aries. Go lay there. Well, you're trying to go outside, boy. Lay down. You lay down. Lay down. Get up here. There it is. Come on.
So bad. So bad. Yeah, so
Lay down. Get up there. Get up there. Aries. Get up there. Good boy. Now, get up there. Aries, get up there.
Tony Hawk tells me I need ladies in the video. That's what I know. I need ladies in the video because who's cooler than Tony Hawk? Really?
If I was gonna ask you a question, I want you to be straight up with me.
Why?
Is Tony Hawk cooler than me or what?
Cooler?
Yeah. I've been saying this whole fucking time, man. We need ladies in the fucking video. We need ladies. You're like, no, no, it's a cliche. I'm gonna shoot over there, I'm gonna shoot this. But then when Tony Hawk says we need ladies, you're like, oh yeah, we need ladies. So I'm gonna ask you again, is he fucking cooler than me or what?
No, I mean, you might know more about, you know, making videos that are going to be internationally made. But I don't think it's cooler than you. Julian? Truth be told, you want to know? I don't think anybody in the world's cooler than you, not even the Bonds.
He's cooler than me, man.
He's not cooler than you. I think you're one of the coolest people in the world. And one of the reasons I want to do this whole thing where I become a superstar is just to be half as cool as you. I know you think I'm a kind of nerd sometimes. I'm not cool, but I'm a superstar, maybe you think that.
But if you want the truth, man, I think Who's Got Your Belly is really fucking good. And I think it's gonna be a hit, man.
Really? Because I thought you guys thought it was facts.
No, it's good.
I'm just worried, man. I'm worried that's gonna become a big hit, and all of a sudden, your head's gonna fucking grow, and you're just gonna leave us, man. You're gonna move away and fucking forget all about us.
What?
Yes.
Are you guys being serious right now? You think if I became a superstar, I would move away and forget you guys?
We can talk. You know what you get like when your fucking head gets all inflamed and shit.
Always. Oh my fuck. Listen. It doesn't matter how
What
bad
do you got?
even if I was dating a love child or something.
Yeah,
Car race with the
He just wanted to chew on it.
I would never, ever. And you guys are my family, you're my own family, right? I love you guys more than anybody on the planet.
Me too, man.
That's crazy talk.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw this idea at you, okay, man? But, what do you think about us getting another hotel room tonight? We hit Bass's fucking party. We fucking shoot the shit out of it with all kinds of hot chicks and celebrities, man. We get the best fucking video we possibly get. What do you think of that?
Well, it sounds like a great idea to me, but what facts? The money, we got the plane tickets, maybe we should just go home and get
Well, what I was to say, I got that covered.
What do you mean you got it covered?
I've got the money covered.
How do you have the money covered?
Oh, Tony Hawk's bag was open in his car, and his wallet was right there. It's okay.
You took Tony Hawk's credit card,
And his son Robbins took this as well.
and you took Riley's credit card too.
So it was just there. I took it. I did it for you, man.
It's awesome, Johnny, because I'm way too fucking high. Fucked up to get on the airplane right now.
So you want to use Tony Hawk's credit card, get a fucking hotel room, go to Smash Rock party where all the ladies are.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm gonna fucking say to that, Junior?
Here we go.
You know what I'm gonna say to that?
What? Let's fucking do this. All right.
Let's do it. You know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
Fuck it. I'll pay them back when I'm rich.
You're right.
This is fucking crazy. Hey, just wait. Listen. Listen, I know how easy it's gonna be to get carried away.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously got fucking crazy amounts of weed here.
Nice.
But just remember, there's what we're trying to do here.
We got
But
this.
listen, I mean it in the nicest way.
I know,
And
man. I
then
know.
if you guys are in
Business first, then we pray. You got it.
right, Julie, you're the fucking coolest.
Thanks, man.
This is wicked.
Sweet mother of fuck! What are you guys doing here? You guys made it to my house! Oh my god, dude, where the hell did you get that fucking outfit?
is your crib?
This is my crib, man. Come on over and meet my lovely wife and Dan and the lovely friends who are here to party with you guys.
How you doing?
I'm gonna light up a fucking body. Yeah, so, dude, what is with the guitar?
Well, Baz, let me take care of this. He wants to shoot a video, right? He wants a music video, and I thought we could.
Wait. You want to shoot a music video at my house?
Well, just some clips, maybe. If you, I mean, you think you could be in the video? Even if we had one shot in the video.
So you want me to be in your video? You want to shoot your video at my house?
Yeah, and you've got celebs here and stuff.
There are some celebs here, and the beautiful thing is, they're on my fucking payroll, so you can make them do whatever you want to do. That's a
way.
That's an idea. But the thing is, if I'm gonna be in your music video, I'm gonna need half the publishing.
I think pretty sure I gave that to Alex Light. I mean, I guess you could have the other stuff.
You already gave away half the publishing. Okay, fuck it, I'll take 3/4.
All right, that's a good thing for me. I agree.
Just gonna sign it. You want to shoot, Bubs?
I don't know.
Dude, there's so many cool places here to shoot, right? Let's show them around. It's amazing, come on.
Jeez. Oh,
Look at this, look at these views.
Oh, you.
Look at this, dude, over here.
You
Let me
go
show you something
cookies?
really cool. This is a meteor from space.
is that the media?
Dude, all I can say to you is that how many meteors have you seen today from space?
That's not that's flying around in space.
It really was. And the thing is, you know, we paid a little extra for it. We paid like $1 million, right, honey? Paid $1 million. It's probably not much after it's selling me for a while. But the thing is that I could have got a meteor for like 60 grand. This was $1 million though, because this meteor comes from a part of space it's harder to get to than the other parts of space. That's why I was working like $1 million.
Like a galaxy far, far away.
How would you fucking like to have this in your fucking video?
Yeah. Would I get shot in front of that?
This is rock, real rock.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. You know what? Let's shoot a motherfucking rock video.
You know what she said? Said, only call me tripod for one reason. Yeah, baby.
Holy smokes, we're gonna get her done.
And who's ready here? Who is ready? Who's ready to shoot a rock and roll video with country overtones? Are you ready?
Wicked,
Are you in?
we're gonna get her done.
What about you, Chips?
Oh, yeah.
You ready to shoot the video? Okay. Vern, you in? It's for bubbles.
I love bubbles, but no.
Why?
Am I getting paid?
Dude, the best things in life are free. I think you got paid a long time ago.
I'm getting it for free right now.
Okay, if you don't be in the video, there's going to be consequences.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is that?
Well, if you're not going to be in the fucking video, you're not going to get any more fucking this.
Oh, holy shit. Oh my god, smell that.
Yeah, smell that
That's
shit.
fucking good.
That's from space.
Space bread.
Fuck yeah, it's space butt.
Space bread. I've never had space bread.
Now you're gonna rock it.
Fucking A, let's do it.
Yeah!
bud? Who's got your belly? Come on.
You rock, man! That turned out great! That's a hit song!
How you feeling right now?
I think this is the greatest day of my life, boys.
You rock, man!
Thank you, boys.
How
Thank
do
you.
you feel gonna be in your house when this comes out?
I don't know.
Hey, dumbass, what the fuck are you doing? You gotta get out of the country right now.
What?
How many credit cards you steal?
4, 6.
Cops are on their way. You say you're going to jail.
What?
I got a car for you. Let's go.
Way to go, Julian. Way to go. My fucking problem.
Sucks, man.
See you, man.
Why are you leaving?
Thanks, Bass.
This fuck blows. Why?
Boy,
Why?
go to jail.
Why do you steal?
We had to.
Why do you steal?
Fuck's sakes.
Fuck,
Fuck
thanks.
it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Thanks, Colin.
See you, man.
Get her done there, bud. Get her done.
Get her done, buddy.
Holy smokes, you got the wicked, eh?
Get her done, buddy.
Holy smokes.
Boy, this is fun.
We're gonna get her done. We're gonna get her done there, boys.
Word on the street, I heard somebody say, is you had real shit turned to the dead. So I looked in my pocket and guess what I found? 10 digits just waiting there to take you to town. I got a 5-finger disc and I'm coming your way. I'm a finger ball wizard, I just get it away. Looking for some family work, we'll talk to you alone. I got the 32s on the end of my arm. If you feel low, I'll put my feelings in the jelly. Who's got your back? Who's got your belly on? Well, people got hope, people got game. They're both fresh and the third on the same. When my baby gets her belly, she's on the fire. Rise, feel hurts, 'cause it's very tired. When I get your belly, it's the show I care. Sits back, there, I'm going to throw the fair. Looking for some belly work, so don't be alarmed. I got 32s on the end of my arm. All the kids at home, down some from the telly. Who's got your back? Who's got your belly on? Take it out. Well, buddy, my bud, call me a biscuit. You got a problem and we're gonna fix. You gotta be below the kicks above the belt with just the right pressure so you don't leave it well. Run to the ball, you're all over the trail. And the level don't get you in the running well. Look, close to belly work, we gon' be. I got 32s on the end of my arm. Got to chase belly like a kid give his belly. Who's got your back? Who's got your belly? If you feel sick, I'll bet you feel a little welly. Who's got your back? Who's got your belly? You're cold on the dirt, on the trouble with your belly. Who's got your back? Who's got your belly? You might be pretty pretty, but you're terrible at steady. Who's got your back, bud? Who's got your belly? Come on, yeah. Check my resume, you know I got this. Ethan, holy fuck, that sounded just like a real song.
If either of you two boys messes this day up for me, I'll put you right through. Yeah. It's gonna be a great summer. The block party on the.
Boys, I'm freaking out here. I'm freaking out. Boys, don't stop. Boys, I'm freaking out here. I'm freaking out. We ate 3 pounds of fucking mushrooms. Like, we're stuck in a car through the world here.
Listen to me. Everything's gonna be cool, okay? We're just gonna ride this over like we usually do when we get too fucked up. Fucking right, we will. We're gonna enjoy every goddamn minute of this too. Boys, I have always dreamt of being this high. Thank you, Jesus God.
Hey, my son likes cartoons. He'll think this is really cool.
Except he's not gonna know, dummy. He's not on fucking mushrooms.
You got it. He's not going back again.
Mr. Langley, what are you doing? Don't worry, everything's gonna be alright, sir.
My neck doesn't feel as broke.
Hey, if we're cartoon, we could be like Bugs Bunny and run through walls.
Oh my fuck, that might be the stupidest thing you've ever fucking done. What are you gonna do next? Draw a ton on the wall and Wildy the fucking coyote?
No, we can't do that. A big fucking truck will drive through and run us over.
Boys, fucking listen to yourself. Listen what you're talking about. We're seriously fucked up here. We need to go to the hospital. We need help.
Russ, would you calm the fuck down?
You calm down.
Calm
you
down. Just relax, okay? Relax. Yeah, man. Listen, this jail cell is the perfect place for us to ride wherever the fuck this is out. In here we're safe. I fucking promise you.
Good news, boys.
You're free to go. What?
Oh my fuck.
You better thank your buddy Jacob for breaking his neck. I milked that injury. And a few dollars changed hands. It obviously wasn't cheap though. 5, no, well, let's say 6 G's, and I'll leave that by Friday. It's a good deal if you ask me.
Oh my fuck, yeah. So much for riding out the safe place, eh, boys? Oh my fuck, now we have to go back out into the real world, higher than probably anybody's ever been in the history of the human fucking race.
Holy shit, you're right. This is so fucking cool. We're like pioneers. Those astral cocksuckers who walked the moon for the first time. This is fucking cool.
Holy shit, the whole world's a cartoon.
This is trippy. Oh my god, this one here is my cool fucking cartoon sounds.
Ricky, stop it. Stop it, please. Boys, we gotta get to the hospital. Like, we might not ever come out of this.
That's not a bad idea. I should probably get my neck checked out.
Oh my fuck, you stupid Jacob. Nobody's going to the hospital. If we go to the hospital, they'll end up fucking locking us up in a loony bin. Exactly. Boys, please stop ruining this. We may never get this high again. I just want to enjoy the shit out of it. Please. I wish Bubbles would just chill the fuck out. Do you know when people give the left not to be a fucking cartoon? And he's complaining about it. You don't see Daphne Duck complain about being a fucking cartoon. This is one of those things that might only happen once in people's lives, and I just want to enjoy the fuck out of every second of it. I deserve this. You know, I'm not the kind of person that gets scared, but right now, I'm a little fucking scared. But, you know, I gotta take control of the situation. I gotta get everybody back to the park before everything gets even fucking crazier.
No, dude, that's bigger. It's definitely bigger, no question.
You really think so?
Yeah, I told him, dude, wasn't that thick before.
Shit, check mine out, boys. It's fucking longer and it's definitely thicker. Let's see how big they get when we get them hard.
Okay, listen up, everybody. Put your dicks away. Nobody's getting hurt today. All right, everything's fucked up right now, okay? Really fucked. We don't know what everybody else is seeing, so we gotta act cool until we get back to the park. Then we'll drink and smoke this fucking buzz on away.
How are we getting home, guys? I'll show you how I'm getting home there, Carrot Count.
No, Ricky, no, please.
You're friggin' nuts, Ricky. We want nothing to do with this. We'll find our own way back to the park. Right, Mr. Leahy?
Randy, you're into the LC. Right,
Fuck me hard!
Jesus Christ, Ricky, you just saw a ding dong try to run through a wall with a coconut. Look, let's just assume that the rules of the fucking real world still apply here, please.
Actually, you know what? It looks fucked, but it actually doesn't even really hurt that much. Jacob, let's go. Not those, dummy. I meant the fucking shirt. Oh, that's sorry. Oh, fuck yeah! Look what I found, boys. Free gun. This is the best day ever.
Ricky, would you put that fucking thing away?
Okay, everybody in. Let's get back to the park.
You guys sure you don't want to ride? There's plenty of room in the trunk. We're up on the roof.
Let's do it, Mr. Leahy. There's probably no bus coming. We can spoon the truck.
Okay, Andy.
Okay, pop it, Ricky.
How about I pop a fuck you?
Frig off, Ricky! Look, I know we're frigged up, sir, but we're gonna get through this together. What the frig is happening, Mr. Leahy? What's that noise?
Shithawks. Big shithawks. Look, Anders. They're coming right.
What the frig are you talking about, Mr. Leahy? This can't be happening. It's not real.
Randy,
No, Mr. Leahy!
I love you, bud.
No! Let Mr. Leahy go, you dirty shit beast! Mr. Leahy!
Anders, it's wonderful, bud.
No! Frank!
Fuck, this car has balls. I'd love to have one of these fucking things.
Just swear the hell up. You can't draw any attention.
What, like this?
Swear now. Ricky, stop gunning a man about shit.
Jesus Christ, okay, take it easy.
Well, look who it fucking is. Hey, Ricky, I got a fucking joke for you. How many fruits can you fit in a fucking muscle car?
I don't know, cock lips. How many fucks can you fit in an off?
Look, Cyrus, we don't want any trouble, man.
Oh, is that right? Well, I guess you pulled up to the wrong fucking stoplight then, didn't you? Pussy!
What the fuck did you just call me?
Going to let it go. Ricky, fuck off. Don't get going anywhere right by the fucking shit kebab.
Can't help it. Hold on tight, nippleheads. We'll show this cockless pussy bitch that you're not a pussy, Julie. He's the pussy. Fuck him!
Ricky!
Fuck!
My name's Justin Willman, and I have a very particular set of skills. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm using my talents for an even greater purpose. Delivering mind-bending experiences by request to the people in your lives who deserve them the most. I like the movie Carl Weston. The only person who can get is a magician. So I've assembled a team of some of my most skilled and twisted friends. I'm an eye for an eye kind of to plan and execute the pranks of all time. That will help you
He's under your feet.
get the karmic justice you deserve.
Help! Right here!
Welcome to hell, brother.
I'm sorry. What is this?
This is the Magic Prank Show. When I first put it out in the universe that I was offering up my magic prank services, I got a lot of replies. I had people wanting my help settling a score with a friend, a spouse, a neighbor. But there was one group that I heard from more than any other.
For Tavion, South Lois Avenue turns into a narrow two-lane road after the light. There was nowhere left to run when a Friday the 13th on the NES hold a special place in your heart like me, then you're gonna love the secrets, history, and strategies I'm gonna share in this video. Let's get started. If this is your first time here at the channel, my name is Tyler, and if you love gaming from all generations like we do here at G3, then consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. It was pretty much impossible to grow up in the 80s and have not heard of Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th movies. I was an only child, but I had a bunch of older cousins I was really close to, and since I was the youngest, I was the perfect target for any scaring type game for their enjoyment, and for the most part, a Jason mask was their method of choice for freaking me out. So even though I didn't watch a Friday the 13th movie until the late 80s, I had already figured out that Jason wasn't someone you wanted to mess with. It was the night before Thanksgiving in 1989, and we always went to my cousin's house out of town for Thanksgiving, and we would go out and rent movies the night before for all of us to watch. My cousins and I were checking out the NES games to rent, and a few of my older cousins saw the Friday the 13th game and decided to rent it for us all to play. A few of us huddled around the TV in my cousin's room that night and fired up his NES to what I still believe is one of the best title screen animations for the system. I just watched while my older cousins took turns with the counselors trying to hunt down Jason and save the children at Camp Crystal Lake. But none of us really had a clue what was going on, and when we finally saw Jason for the first time in a cabin with his purple overalls and blue mask, we were all a little confused. We didn't have a manual since we rented the game, so we didn't last long before Jason wiped us out. I didn't play the game again until I found a copy of it at a secondhand store years later, and they actually had the manual with the game, so this opened my eyes to so many undiscovered items and strategies on how to play the game. Now before we dive into the manual, let's get a little background on the development and history of this misunderstood NES game. Friday the 13th is a survival horror NES game published by the infamous toy and video game company LJN. Now, before you completely dismiss this game on this one fact, I think it's essential to explain exactly what role LJN played in bringing games to the public. For starters, LJN was originally a toy company founded by Jack Friedman, and it brought us some very popular 80s toys like the Thundercats and WWF Superstars figures. Given LJN's success in the 80s, the giant media corporation who owned Universal Studios named MCA decided to acquire LJN in 1985 so they could sell licensed toys for any movie that Universal made. LJN then decided to try to cash in the video game market during that time, and with MCA they had the money to purchase licenses for hit movies to try to make a quick buck off the film's popularity by making a video game based on the movie. But the most important factor here is that LJN didn't develop any of their own games themselves. They had every game made for them by a third-party developer, and they simply published the game. So I feel it's completely unfair to just write games off as bad just because you see that LJN logo. Friday the 13th was actually developed for LJN by the Japanese company Atlas, who is still a very well-respected developer today, with some of their most popular games coming from the Persona RPG franchise. Atlas was also responsible for the Karate Kid NES game, which I think gets a bad rap too. Friday the 13th was released in North America for the NES in February 1989. You get your pick of one of 6 counselors at Camp Crystal Lake, and you have to keep the children and other counselors in the camp safe from Jason. Now, defeating Jason once is hard enough, but you actually have to beat Jason 3 times before you actually beat the game, because the entire game takes place over 3 days. You get to experience side-scrolling action around the camp, some turn-by-turn over-the-shoulder gameplay in the cabins, and you spend a lot of time using the map to help guide you around the camp. Now, while this game was common to see in stores, and I had a lot of friends who owned the game, it was not well received by critics. And it's not just the angry video game nerd who said Friday the 13th was bad. Even Nintendo Power ranked it number 6 in its 10 worst games of all time list in its 100th issue back in 1997, saying, after a few minutes of playing this aardvark, you wanted Jason to slaughter all the counselors and then you, anything so it would just end. I really don't agree with this list either, because it actually says that games like Beethoven and Color the Dinosaur are better games. I mean, really? This is a game where literally all you do is color a dinosaur. No way that's a better game than Friday the 13th. So the game wasn't loved by everyone, but there obviously has to be somewhat of a cult following for the game, because even a special edition Funko Pop figure has been created that features Jason with the iconic NES colors. Ronnie Hobbs, who is one of the co-creators of the 2017 Friday the 13th game, has great memories of the NES title as well, saying that he remembers purchasing the game on its release date in 1989 when he was 11 years old, and they even created a special retro gaming skin for Jason in the game. And even the AVGN himself, James Rolfe, admitted in a 2015 James and Mike Mondays episode that he actually kind of likes this game. So it seems I'm definitely not alone in enjoying the NES version. And while we're on the topic of the purple and blue Jason, I was never exactly sure why the developers chose those colors for Jason's game sprite. Like me, I'm sure there are many people who think it was just to make Jason look less threatening for the family-friendly NES, or it was just to make him look less bland on the NES color palette. Now, while I think those ideas may be a factor, I came across some interesting finds during my research for this episode that I feel may have influenced the developers. So we know the game was developed in Japan, and the marketing campaigns for the Friday the 13th movies in Japan are different than it is in the US. Part 3 was apparently one of the most advertised and influential pop culture movies in Japan in the early 80s. In Japan, they actually gave theatergoers programs for the movie, which had the main poster on the front cover and some extra movie art on the back. Now, given the popularity of Part 3 in Japan, it was probably pretty easy to find one of these programs back then, and since there was no internet to find a picture of Jason, the developer may have looked to one of these programs for inspiration. And guess what's on the back cover? An axe-wielding Jason in purple overalls and an indigo blue mask. I wasn't able to find any information that this poster was released in the US, and I know I'd never seen it personally. And to further support my theory that the developers used Part 3 for inspiration in designing the game, comes in the weapons available in the game. The pitchfork is the most powerful weapon in the NES game, and Jason only used the pitchforks in 3 of the films, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. So this means the developers could have been looking at older Friday the 13th films for inspiration, because the box art for the game says the copyright for the source code and game development was from 1988. This means parts 5 through 7 were available as well, but Jason never had a pitchfork in those films. I know it's just speculation, and LJN didn't really leave much of a paper trail about their developers, but I really think this poster may have had a lot to do with Jason's final design. Now let's get back to the manual and some of my overall strategy tips to give us a better plan of attack for taking down Jason. I do think it's hilarious how specific the manual starts out telling you how to play the game, because it blatantly says, and I quote, "After pressing the start button on the title screen, you must press it again to clear the copyright screen." Now come on, I think we could have figured that one out on our own. So the game starts out with a map screen where you can choose one of the 6 counselors scattered throughout the small cabins in the camp. Each counselor has their own different abilities, such as running faster and jumping higher. Mark and Chrissy are the rockstar counselors here, and definitely can get you to places quicker than the others, so these 2 are the ones you're going to rely on the most. Poor George and Debbie are the weakest links in the game. It just seems to never turn out well for young people named George in horror movies. Once you choose a counselor, a quick cutscene pops up to tell you to use your torch to light all the fireplaces in the cabins. First off, this is completely not true. A torch is crucial in this game, but it's not used to light the fireplaces. I mean, you can light all the fireplaces in the game, but that's done by using the lighter, not the torch. The lighter is the first item you get after you defeat a couple zombies, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. I personally don't waste time lighting the fireplaces because it only gives you a flashlight, which is really only helpful for finding secret passages in the cave, and the cave portion of the game is totally optional. So once the game actually starts, you'll be on the side-scrolling portion of the game, and you will start out with only a rock as your weapon. The key tip here is to crouch before you throw a rock at your enemy so you don't accidentally throw the rock over their head and you lose some health. Now the most frustrating part of this game when you're first starting out is learning how to walk in the right direction on the map. So pay close attention here, and it's not as hard as it looks. So the map basically consists of 3 circles. The large outer circle around the perimeter of the camp, the circle around the lake and children's cabins, and the circle around the cave, which is the lair of Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mother. Whenever your counselor's on one of the circles, they can only move in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. If you move the player left, they will move clockwise on the map. If you move them right, they will move counterclockwise. It's just that simple. And if you're not sure you're heading in the right direction, just hit the pause button and you can see if you're on the right track. Let's talk about the cabins. There are small cabins, large cabins, and children's cabins in the game. The small cabins are where all the other counselors will be scattered throughout the camp. If you enter one of these cabins with another counselor occupying it, then you can swap weapons, heal them with vitamins, and so on. But you also can switch to any counselor on the map if you enter any small cabin and hit the start button and just select that counselor. This can save you a lot of time if you need to get to another counselor or the children quickly before Jason kills them. The large cabins contain the fireplaces, which, like I said already, I don't really worry about, and they also have special messages and clues to help you in the game. The children's cabins are the 3 cabins on the north side of the lake that can only be reached by boat. There are a total of 15 children, and you have to have at least 1 child and 1 counselor alive at the end of the 3 days to beat the game. This means that on day 1, it's very important that you don't let Jason kill any children. As soon as the Jason alarm goes off for the children's cabins, you gotta stop what you're doing and get to the lake as soon as possible. If you don't do anything and let the Jason alarm timer run down to 0, he will kill 5 children in the cabin. And remember, you only start with 15 kids, and they have to last for the entire game. And it gets really tough if you go into day 2 or 3 with 10 or less children. The wooded areas in the game don't have clear defined maps, so it's pretty easy to get lost. I really only go in there to find the torch and the axe in the North Woods, and to grind for some quick vitamins, so it's best to just stay on the well-mapped paths. There are many weapons you have at your disposal, and you've already been introduced to the rock. The next weapon you'll find will be the knife, as you easily take out some zombies in the pack. After you kill 60 zombies, you can get the machete. The axe is my second weapon of choice that I normally hand off to Chrissy, and I'll show you how to get that one easily here soon. The main weapon you need to quickly get as soon as the game starts is the torch. It's the second most powerful weapon in the game, and you can immediately grab it on day 1. Plus it takes 1 life bar off Jason per hit, just like the most powerful weapon in the game, the pitchfork. But you can only get the pitchfork on day 3, so I find it's kind of pointless. Get it? Pointless? Because the pitchfork has points. Anyway, here's the quickest route to get to the torch. You have to quickly acquire the lighter, knife, and key before you can get the torch with this method. You can conveniently find these items along the bottom southeast curve and the southeast straight section of the circle around the lake. When the game first starts, we know that Mark or Chrissy are the fastest running counselors. So I look to see which of those 2 are closest to that section of the map, and I start with that. After you get the items I just spoke about, keep heading as fast as you can to the large cabin on the north side of the lake. Enter the cabin and take 1 step forward inside, look to the right, and take the message on the floor. Now exit the cabin and head clockwise to the North Woods nearby. Head to the right and go up the first path you see. Then go up again and you'll be at the entrance of a hidden large cabin. But don't go inside yet. Hit the down button and you'll go back to the path you were just before. Press up again to re-enter the entrance to the cabin. Now go forward. 1 step, turn to the right, and find another secret message you need to grab. Now turn around and exit the cabin. Once you exit the cabin, head right and go down the first downward path you see. Head right again and go down the first downward path for a second time. You'll now be back on the road circling Crystal Lake. So head counterclockwise back to the large cabin north of the lake where we started. Head inside, walk 1 step forward, and turn around to face the door like you're exiting, and a torch will appear on your right-hand side. Pick it up and head to a nearby small cabin to literally pass the torch to one of your other counselors. Now quickly use the same pattern we used to get to the hidden cabin in the North Woods again. Walk 1 step forward in the cabin and turn around to exit and pick up the axe. Now exit the woods with the same pattern as before. And now you're back on the main road and you have 2 of the more powerful weapons to finally start hunting down Jason. And before you get all cocky and make a quick dash for Jason, make sure you don't jump to avoid enemies after you have these weapons, because you can easily jump and accidentally grab a weaker weapon like the knife and lose your torch or axe, and you'll have to start the process to get them all over again. Now let's talk about how to beat Jason. You encounter Jason in two ways: in a punch-out style rhythm-based fight in the cabins, or in a side-scrolling view outside. Jason's fighting style in the cabins changes on each day. On the first day, he moves slowly and mostly uses single hits you can easily dodge, with the occasional double hit which you can easily avoid with a little practice. Now the first day is the only one I recommend fighting Jason in the cabins because his pattern is more predictable. Jason moves faster and more sporadic in days 2 and 3, especially day 2, and if you get out of rhythm you can lose health pretty quick, because each hit from Jason in a cabin takes 8 bars off your health. And you only have a total of 32 bars per counselor. Just keep an eye on that Jason alarm, and as long as you are using the torch or axe, you should take down Jason on day 1 pretty easily if you just use a little patience. On day 2, I recommend using a little trick to lure Jason out of the cabins, because you can do a lot more damage to Jason on the road, and he actually doesn't cause as much damage to you with each hit when you fight him outside. Now make sure you have the torch or axe equipped with whatever counselor you choose to fight Jason. When the Jason alarm goes off in a counselor's cabin, walk inside the cabin he's attacking and immediately press start. Switch to any new counselor as long as it's not the one in the cabin with Jason. Now hit the start button again and switch back to the original counselor you're wanting to fight Jason with. Now immediately exit the cabin and Jason will follow you and fight you on the road. You can deal a ton of damage here and try to trail him as soon as he goes off screen, and sometimes it will let you fight him again and you can probably kill him for that day. Use the exact same strategy for day 2 on the 3rd day, and by this point you should have the hang of it pretty well, and you can finally destroy who the manual calls the Maven of Mayhem, the Sultan of Slash, the ghoul that everyone loves to hate, Jason Voorhees. Now there are other parts of the game I really didn't touch on, like being able to navigate the cave and fight Jason's mother for special weapons and items. Most notably the sweater on day 2 that helps you reduce the amount of damage you take, but it also decreases the chances of you running into Jason on the road, which is the exact opposite of what we want on day 2 and 3, because that's where you really want to fight Jason. If you would like to know how to easily find his mother in the cave, you can let me know in the comments below and I can help you, but this part of the game is completely optional. I truly believe that Friday the 13th was one of those NES games that has been misunderstood and was a little ahead of its time with all the strategic elements involved, with not the best explanation of how to fully approach the game in the manual. Pair that with LJN's current online reputation, it really has an uphill battle to appeal to gamers today. I hope this video brought back some fun memories for you if you enjoyed this game back in the day like me, and I also hope some of my tips for the game can help anyone finally beat Jason if they haven't done it before, and maybe put a more positive spin on the game's reputation today. If you enjoyed this video and are a fan of the NES Friday the 13th game too, then give this video a thumbs up and share some of your memories or tips.
It's not illegal. Sit down. Sit down.
911 operators are often the first person to help people who are suffering with the most challenging moments of their lives. It's a serious, respected position, but that doesn't mean that everyone calling 911 has a serious problem. Today, we're going to take a look at 4 shocking cases where calling 911 was unnecessary and even ends with the caller in handcuffs themselves. On January 5th, 2023, officers in Boone County, Kentucky received a heart-stopping call. The voice was garbled, but they could make out a man saying 4 incriminating words. "I killed 2 people." Heavily armed officers raced to the scene, but when they arrived, they were faced with the last thing you would expect.
Is everyone inside okay? Okay.
Officers managed to trace the 911 call to a quaint house in a nearby neighborhood. They had no idea what was awaiting them, but with the belief that 2 people had just been killed, they called in all available units and arrived on the scene, armed and in position. They called through their speakers into the house, ordering the occupant to step outside with his hands up.
Simple, we got contact. Male juvenile coming out talking to us. Is everyone inside okay? Okay, bring him out.
turn around. Turn around. Turn around. You got me covered? Alright, just put your hands behind your back. I'm not gonna cuff you right now. Do you have any weapons on you or anything sharp?
Yeah. I'll play in the rest of the keys inside. What did you say when you were on the ground?
What's your name, bud? Okay, you can relax. Okay, so this was just an accident. You called 911. Did you say you killed 2 people or something like that? Okay, how old are you? You're 17. Do you have a driver's license or no? Okay. Are you? Where's your parents at? Okay. Just hold on a second, okay?
Do you care if we just check to make sure everybody's okay and everything in the house? Outside the dogs out.
Elijah, what's your last name, bud? Elijah Matthew? And what's your date of birth? Okay. Yeah, can you call your mom for me? He said no, they're not friendly. Okay.
This is 17-year-old Elijah, and his willingness to exit the house following orders is why police were able to approach him so calmly. He informed them that he had simply butt-dialed them while playing Rainbow Six Siege, a tactical online shooting game. He calls his mom, whose lack of shock seems to validate his story even more.
Yeah, I was playing the game, I had my headset on, and I butt dialed the police officer on accident, and I just, for the game, how I have to run the game, and so I feel like they were,
Do you want me to talk to your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, I need trouble.
Alright.
If it's an accident.
Hey, is this Elijah's mom?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so what happened is, I guess he's saying that he was playing a video game, and in the process of accidentally calling 911, he said that he killed 2 people, but he was talking about on the game. So we thought that there was a double murder, so we showed up to your house with a bunch of us. That's why we're here talking to your son, okay? So there's nothing to be worried about, okay? We're just we're just doing our due diligence here, trying to figure everything out and make sure that everybody's okay, because we have to do that when we get a 911 call. So we just wanted to inform you, are you nearby or no? Okay, well, we would like to just check out the inside of the house, if that's okay, just to make sure that...
Put the dogs away?
Yeah, your son was telling us that the dogs need to be put up first, so I just wanted to talk to you before we get your permission, okay?
Yep, that's totally fine.
All right, well, thank you very much.
you can put it away, you don't put it
Okay, hold on for me. Let me just get my supervisor on speed with us here. Hey, we can go in, put the dogs up, check the house, and go 10-8. Okay.
You have questions about what's happening?
Yeah, let's go in. We're just gonna go ahead and put the dogs up and check the house real quick, please.
Officers head into the house to ensure that the story Elijah is telling is the truth and that there is no evidence of a crime. The footage is censored for Elijah and his family's privacy. By the time officers have finished searching the house, everyone is much more relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we both German Shepherds?
Yes, sir.
I like German Shepherds.
They're pretty cool, they share a lot, but they're all right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I've had 2 in my time.
Here's your maintenance. It happened at the beginning, if it didn't get a warning, or, chocolate. It's one of those.
Alright.
Where are you playing?
Siege.
Any good?
I'm level 106, so.
Well, you killed 2 people.
Yeah, you killed him?
Okay, do you have any questions for us, buddy? Okay. I appreciate you being cool, right? I'm sure everybody. I appreciate you coming out even.
Yeah, walked over there and saw two cop cars, and I looked over here and I saw something. And I was like,
What did I do? Did I miss school?
that guy was there.
They were serious about
That
that.
guy was there scared the hell out of me, but.
Yeah, I got you. But I'm sorry you had to deal with this. I appreciate you being cool.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, or you want to shoot the breeze with this one day, just give us a call. But if you need anything at all, you want to just give us a call. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you, Elijah.
You don't have to call us. I appreciate it. Take care, buddy.
With the house cleared, officers are able to leave without incident. While Elijah's call was accidental and ended with jokes and laughter between the officers, the next person who called 911 has a much less pleasant interaction.
Shakira flabbergasted.
On March 23, 2023, in Marshfield, Wisconsin, 911 dispatch received a panicked call from a woman named Kayla, begging for help but providing no further details. In the background, a man could be heard yelling. While police assumed the worst, what they were about to walk into would somehow be a very different type of nightmare. Since Kayla didn't provide any additional information on her call, officers traced her cell phone to discover her name and address. They rushed to the address and banged on the door that they presumed was her.
Officers are supposed to uphold the law and protect innocent civilians. But what happens when officers discover there is a child predator among them?
Maybe this officer's gonna switch out the gloves.
Paul? No. My name's not Paul. You just say Paul. No, you just say your name's Paul. My name's not Paul. That wrong guy, right? I don't know what you're doing. What's good, man? What's up? What's up? There's another one right here.
Here are 5 times when cops realized their colleague was a secret pedo. Starting with the case of this former cop, who traveled a great distance to take advantage of a 14-year-old. However, instead of his anticipated outcome, he would be greeted by the father of the child and a mob of police officers.
Come out here. Hey, grab your gun. Really? Oh, you're a cop? You're a police officer? You're a police officer? You're a police officer, you scumbag?
Days prior, the man had begun messaging an alleged 14-year-old, but could have never expected that this supposed 14-year-old was actually the father of the child. The man also somehow thought flashing his police badge would save him, but he was terribly wrong.
I'm gonna call your boss. 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 I wasn't going to. You wanna call your boss before I do? Do you wanna call your boss before I do? Okay, go ahead, erase it all, buddy. Erase it all. Erase it all. You can see it? Erasing it. He's erasing it. Erase it all. Time, video, whatever. I want to. Do something about it, you. Do something about it, you. Do something about it, you. Come out here. Hey, grab your gun. Really? Oh, you're a cop? You're a police officer?
Realizing there was no escape route, he attempted to defend his disgraceful actions by fabricating false stories. But considering that the father had all the chat logs, the man was only making things worse for himself.
You think I'm stupid? I knew you were a cop. How's this gonna look? How's this gonna look to your department? Your brother for money? Oh, somebody's videoing your brother? I don't know who your brother is. But you're a cop? You're a cop? What department do you work for? I'm gonna calm down. What department do you work for? What department do you work for? I would never ask for money. Never. I would never do it. I would never do it. Okay, well that's fine. It's not me. There's a whole bunch of us out there. What department do you work for? I'm calming down. What police department do you work for? I know, but what police department? What county is it? Okay, what county? I already knew you were a cop in Texas, so why are you here? Okay, so you're a cop in Texas, but you live here? Do you know the Texas Rangers just took a couple guys in Texas for me? You're a cop. I told you pulled up. You think I'm stupid? I do my research. I knew you were a cop. Why do you think I asked you several times. I knew you were a cop. Bro, you're out there supposed to serve and protect, right? You're not supposed to serve the fucking children, right? So you're a fucking cop, bro. You just said I'm harassing an officer. You showed me your badge. You're a fucking cop, bro. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Don't you think the cops got enough on their plate already? Don't you? Can we agree that they already get enough? But then you got people out there like you trying to meet with the children? It makes them look bad, bro. Just like that other guy that's asking your brother for money, it makes me look bad, right? Right? But if I asked you for a penny, I asked you to call your mom and get some help, man. Right? I didn't ask you for money. You got it, sir. You got it. He said he has a problem. He's like minors for 4 or 5 years.
Is this your address?
Yeah. Well, that one. Right there.
But,
Yeah.
well, that's your
That's my house. But anyways, then we were talking to his mom. Somebody must have called him because I live streamed this. And he went to his truck. He was going to drive off. I told him I was calling the police, and he pulled his badge out of the center console. And he's like, "You're harassing an officer of the law." Pulled his police badge out on him. He told me he's a cop. Told me he was a security guard at first, but yeah, right now he just pulled out his badge at the center console. He's like, "You're harassing a cop." He's like, "Back up." Got it all recorded where he said he was here to have with a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I got all the chat logs right here. I have one more phone right in there. I can grab it for you. It's the first like 6 where he says it's 14, where I say I'm 14 and he's okay with it. And then this.
You have on the phone?
You have another. Well, it's another phone. It's a grinder. It's my grinder decoy phone. So that's how we met. Like as soon as I told him I was 14, he wanted to get out of grinder. He wanted to go to regular messaging because he didn't want grinder keep record. So he was trying to go to messaging. So we went over to messaging, and that's what I have on this phone. So you're gonna see on here. This is where he asks.
And what's the paper?
That's just what he said. I just write it down so when I'm talking to him, yeah, you never know. You can sure
You
do.
don't need this?
No, not at all. That was just the big points that I'm writing down. Hey, how are you?
After the police had collected the man's statement, this part-time fake cop / full-time pedo was finally detained and taken to jail to face multiple charges and is currently awaiting trial. But if you thought he was bad, then you haven't met 34-year-old Detective Robert Strand, who on June the 19th of 2022 would be discovered to be in possession of some very illegal videos on his mobile phone.
Mr. Strand, go ahead and step out here. So we're gonna do this, officer's gonna switch out the cuffs, and then we will go ahead and take your holster and stuff off.
While on duty, Robert had no idea that an arrest warrant had been issued against him, and by the time he had found out, he was already cuffed and immediately began denying the allegations.
So can I give you a message? You work on the target right there. Go ahead and place your hand behind your back. And then relax your legs. I want to get you into this vehicle quickly. Okay? Until you take anything you don't need to have. You can double up these here. You tie them?
Judging by the officer's tone, it appeared they wanted the case to be as discreet as possible due to Robert's rank in the force. This is unfortunate to see, as nobody, especially someone like him, deserves any special treatment.
Okay, Robert, I didn't get over my head. Special Agent Logan tell you why you're being on the place of arrest at this time.
You're being placed under arrest. We're going to be getting an arrest warrant for you, sworn out today for our possession of a child, of children possession statute.
Okay, the biggest thing for me is I do this for everybody. I don't want to make a scene made about anything. So I'm going to be as discreet as possible. cooperate with me, it'll be fine. Let's get this portion done and do what we gotta do. We'll be transporting back to where Enyo is by the University Management Program. You can advise you to be here. We have our forensic unit sitting in a blue Ford Explorer. Alright, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Pick up your dogs? Yes. Yeah, let me get I'll bring your notepad out, I'll get the information absolutely to do that. Are those cuffs good for you? Okay.
It seemed like Robert was confident in the influence his rank would provide him in jail. But wrong again, Detective Edo.
Okay, so I didn't search you. No, I'm gonna do now until Rio gets here. I'm gonna advise them. And then we're at field search. I just didn't want you there. I like to do that with anyone. I like to get them all along. I like all the rest to be okay. Do you have anything on you that you need here? I know you had a holster for bags or whatever. Well, no, I mean, they're covered up with it. Okay, sir, go ahead and leave me. So, you Sherry? Sherry? Strong? What's your name? Okay. Cool. Residence? Is there anything she needs to know other than just take the dogs? Okay, Caesar, residence with the search warrant, I'll let her know, and we'll be back on that. So, I know Bob that told me was it the Australian companies? Sir, I don't still. I'm not that guy. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't deal with forensics. I'm unaware how that operates. I mean, I have a very small IQ when it comes to that, but I'm sure that special agent people will answer some questions for you. Absolutely. I wish I did, but I do not. Get too hot on the know, I'll go over and over that one so you get at least this kind of shit. So they'll go ahead and finish processing all the scenes. We're gonna turn you over to Rio Rancho Police Department for transport and detention. And is it gonna be destroyed or something? That's right. I'm unaware of how Rio Rancho deals with these types of detentions. I don't know. But I'm sure we'll advise them who you are, and so that will be taken into consideration.
It was at this point that Robert seemingly realized the severity he had done and began to face consequences. Now, I'm no genius, but perhaps he should have thought about that beforehand.
Where the other he's in our command post. Yeah. You want to speak with him? I don't think you can answer any of my questions. If you have something you'd like to ask him, I'm sure you'd be willing to try to answer. Yeah. Okay. It's not. I can have him come by. Not a problem. Hey, this gentleman would like to ask you a couple questions if you have a minute. All right, sir. Thank you.
prosecutor's gonna approve it, and then I'm gonna walk over here and get a judge to look and see if I can get a judge to sign the arrest warrant. Once the arrest warrant is signed out, you'll be booked on that arrest warrant. All right, any other questions? Okay, thank you, sir.
And then we will go ahead and take your holster and stuff off.
Robert was eventually arrested and driven to jail, where he would be charged with 2 felony counts of child related crimes. He was later forced to resign from his position after being released from jail. While Robert was highly lucky to only end up with 2 felony counts, the next individual secured himself 20 felony charges for an act despicable for anyone to commit, let alone a police officer.
So there are a few steps that we're going to be taking after this. Again, you're not being detained by us or anything, but we are acting on behalf of the court moving forward. Okay. So I will give you a chance to read through this. This is a search warrant that was granted this afternoon by a judge. The warrant does allow us to have some DNA swabs for you.
Okay.
As well as any mobile devices that might be in your possession or potentially in your locker. Do you have your personal phone with you?
I do have it.
Is it inside your locker?
It's on the first night.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and hand it to us, we definitely don't need to go in and grab it from you.
When Jalen Fleer was summoned into the interrogation room on April the 13th of 2020, he had no idea of the bombshell that was about to be dropped on him. Fleer was about to be confronted for committing 6 crimes, engaging young girls between the ages of 12 and 14 on social media.
She was, well, we are super nice people. She was, stop crying. She was, eastbound I-40. I took the office. I saw her braking as she was doing flyover. There were other cars. It makes it in 2 lanes. She ended up going southbound I-25, roadways, can't stay in her lane. I walked with the vehicle. She's not crying then. Order another bear inside the vehicle, pull her out. She actually first she immediately told me she has no license. She doesn't give her name. This is her car. She left Eubank in I-40 area because her boyfriend was being mean. Nothing physical today. He was not chasing her. She ran away.
Into my apartment, yes.
Again, that's it. Did you call police then?
No.
Okay. She ran away to meet her ex-boyfriend. Keep her safe. Central and Seventh. I have really no idea. She meant to first she denied to me anything. I told her just be honest. She meant to have 2 shots about an hour ago. Right?
Yes.
What time is it now without looking? Roughly.
2 a.m.
Okay.
Alright, just come over here.
I think that's
Over here. I think Air 2 is following someone, so come on over here. What's your name? Alright. Just come right over here, Miss Pacheco. Here, just stand right here. Let me adjust these lights, okay? Could you just take a deep breath? Everything's gonna be okay, alright?
Okay.
I'm pretty nice, okay? Just wait right here. Pacheco. Miss Pacheco, just do me a favor, face me. Have you had any recent head injuries?
No, for at least 5 days.
At least 5 days?
Yeah.
What happened prior to that? Have you had any recent traumatic brain injuries? Miss Pacheco.
I have a bump in my head at least 2 weeks ago from being thrown. Yes, yes. I had a head injury at least over a week ago. Yes. And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Alright, did you go to the hospital? Did you go to the hospital?
I declined ambulance service when the cops came over.
Oh, okay. But you got checked by the ambulance?
No, I declined it. The cops came over to my apartment and I declined because I didn't want to deal with all that.
Okay, that's fine. Alright. But besides that, no recent head injuries?
No,
You're not wearing contacts or anything?
no, sir.
No. Alright. So just where were you coming from?
I was coming from Ubique and I-40 where my apartment was. I was just trying to
Ubique
get
and I-40?
away.
You're trying to get away?
I just wanted to get away.
Okay. So Eubank and I-40 is pretty far from here,
Yes.
right?
600 Moore Street, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, I
It's
mean-
behind Walmart, behind Ubique.
So there were several different places that you could have stopped, pulled over, called 911. But so
I chose
okay.
not to.
Okay. So the sergeant told me that you consumed 2 drinks, 2 shots. What were they? Like what kind of liquor was it?
Yeah, it was just vodka.
Just vodka?
It was just vodka, yes, earlier, yes. When I was, I
Like
had just been crying on the floor for 2 hours.
okay.
I don't know what
All right.
to say.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. But our main concern is that you're safe to drive this evening, okay? Because obviously the sergeant was behind you. You're failing to maintain your lane, okay? So just face me. Put your children's nose together. Put your children's nose together. All right. Put your arms to your side. All right. All I want you to do, Miss Pacheco, is follow the tip of my finger. Follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, keeping your head directly straight. Do you understand that? All right. So try to right here. Just gonna move side to side. All I want you to do is follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. Do you understand? All right. So follow my finger.
I know, you moved it to the side and then moved to the side.
No, I know, but follow it with your eyes.
I know.
So pay attention to me. Alright, so don't predict where it's gonna go, just follow it, okay?
Oh, I mean, I predict all this, okay?
Yeah, that's what you're doing, you're predicting where it's gonna go. So just follow it, okay, Mr. Chicken? Alright, just put your arms to your side. Yeah, I'm good. So, Ms. Pacheco, do you understand my instructions?
Yeah, you said go left to right.
No, I'm not telling you to go left or right. All I'm doing is moving my finger. All I want you to do is follow the tip of my finger with your eyes, keeping your head straight.
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing, okay.
That's what we're doing. Put your arms to your side. Perfect. Right here. So, Ms. Pacheco, follow it all the way up there. You're not even following it.
You say was?
No, you're not. So follow it all the way out. When my finger's out here, just all I want you to do is just follow it for the whole time, okay? Does that make sense? Alright, put your arms to your side. Alright, right here. You're not following it. Yeah, So as my finger moves to the side, just follow it. It's a real simple task. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's a pretty simple task. Okay, so just put your arms to your side. As my finger moves to the side, just follow it. Okay.
Okay, that's you car turtle, right? And then that house that our place is on, you in the backyard of that house. You run your over there, you stop, right there.
Same thing over there. Yeah, okay. Come right over here. Do you have any shoes? Any other shoes besides those ones in your vehicle?
These are my shoes.
What?
These are my shoes.
Yeah, but do you have any like tennis shoes or anything? No? Do you feel comfortable walking in those sandals? You feel comfortable walking in them? Okay. Have you consumed anything else besides alcohol?
Absolutely not.
No illegal narcotics or anything?
Absolutely there is no.
Okay, just making sure, okay? Just gotta ask, okay? So just put your toes and heels together. Alright. Put your arms to your side. So there's gonna be an imaginary line, Miss Pacheco, from your left foot. From your left foot, directly in front. Are you able to imagine that line? It's gonna be approximately the width of your little sandal there, okay? Does that make sense? Do you understand that? Alright. So now that your left foot's on that line, put your right foot directly in front, heel to toe. So, Ms. Pacheco, I'm not telling you to walk. So all I want you to do is put your left foot on the line, put your right foot directly in front, heel to toe, just like so. Go ahead and do that now. Now that you're in that position, just keep your arms to your side. So, Ms. Pacheco, listen to my instructions. Put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. Ms. Pacheco, put your right foot heel to toe. Put your right foot in front of your left. Go ahead and do that. Okay. Keep your arms to your side. Why can't you?
I'm gonna be unbalanced.
Why are you going to be unbalanced? Do you have any issues with your legs? Any issues walking, turning, balancing?
Yeah, I've had 2 knee surgeries.
When was that? When was that?
At least like 15 years ago.
15 years ago? Okay. So is it going to render you just from walking, turning, or balancing tonight?
Dude, my balance is so messed up.
Why?
I have so off balance.
Okay, so why do you have issues with your balance is what I'm asking you?
Because, like, are you really listening?
I am really listening.
I have to say all the things.
So,
I have an anxiety disorder. I have a chronic anxiety disorder.
So Ms. Pacheco, listen to me for a second. So what I asked you is, do you have any issues with your legs? Any issues with walking, turning, or balancing? Anything that's going to prohibit you just from walking, turning, or balancing?
No, I've had 2 knee surgeries 15 years ago, and my balance is still messed up.
Okay,
like,
still messed up from 15 years ago?
No, like, I have anxiety disorder, which means, like, my balance is so off. Like, I have, so you know when people are around you and you can't tell if they're around you? It's like distance.
Okay, so
It's fine.
all we're going to be doing is just some walking, turning, or balancing, okay? So do you feel like you could do that this evening? Yes? Okay. So, you put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. Keep your arms to your side. Now that you're in that position, just maintain that position. Do you understand, Ms. Pacheco? Now that you're in that position, just maintain that position until I tell you to begin. Once I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps on that imaginary line, heel to toe, keeping your arms to your side, looking down under your feet, and counting each step out loud. Once you get to the 9th step, you're going to keep your series of small steps with your rear foot. Turn yourself back around. Take 9 heel toe steps in the opposite direction. I'm going to demonstrate it, okay, Ms. Pacheco? So just pay attention. Left foot on the line. Right foot directly in front. Pay attention. 1. So don't move. So all I want you to do is just watch me. You understand that? All right. So your left foot's on that line. Put your right foot directly in front. Go and do that now.
Here, 2. We're all set. We're here.
Put your right foot in front of your left.
Yep.
Keep that position. You understand? Okay. All right. Just pay attention. I'm going to demonstrate it. 1, 2, 3. I took 3 steps for demonstration purposes. You'll take 9. Once you get to the 9th step, lead foot planted. Series of small steps with your rear foot. Turn yourself back around. 9 heel toe steps back. 1, 2, 3. I took 3. How many will you take?
9.
Perfect. So just during this test, you're going to keep your arms to your side. You're going to look down under the feet as you walk, and you're going to count each step out loud. Give you a lot of instructions, Mr. Checo.
Yes, you did, sir.
Do you understand everything that I explained
Yes,
to you?
I did.
You understand everything?
Yes, you did.
All right. One more thing. Once you begin the test, do not stop until you're finished. All right. Put your right foot in front of your left. Your next step will be step number 1.
There, thank you, yeah.
Are you done, Mr. Checo? Are you done? All right. Let's walk back over here. Just walk normal. All right. Stand right here. Face me. Put your toes and heels together. Arms to your side. Perfect. This next has to be the one leg stand. So once I tell you to begin, you're going to pick up the leg of your choice, left or right, 6 inches off the ground, about the size of a Coke can. Both legs are going to be straight. The foot that you decide to pick up will be parallel with the floor. Parallel meaning level to the floor. You're going to keep your arms to your side. You're going to look down at the foot that you decide to pick up, and you're going to count in a series of 1000s. 1001, 1002, 1003, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. So just pay attention. I'm going to demonstrate it. Pay attention. I'm going to use my right leg. You use your left or your right. 1001, 1002. So put your foot down. Put your foot down. All I'm doing is demonstrating it. So just pay attention. I'm going to demonstrate it. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. So just during this test, you're going to keep your arms to your side. You're going to look down at your foot they said to pick up, and you're going to count just like I demonstrated and explained it. Do you have any questions?
No.
Would you like me to demonstrate it again? Do you understand everything I explained to you? All right. Give me 1 sec. All right, Mr. Checo. Whenever you're ready. Pick up where you left off. Pick up where you left off. Alright, put your foot down. Alright, Ms. Pacheco, you said that you had some leg issues, going through some issues, okay?
Yeah, I've had knee surgery.
Yeah, I know, you already told me. So, what's your highest level of education?
3 years of college.
3 years of college? Okay.
Graduated.
So you would say that you know...
From Kima Medical Institution, yes.
Nice. So you say that you know your alphabet and your numbers?
100%.
Okay. So what I want you to do is start at the letter D as in David, go to the letter W as in William. Don't sing the alphabet, but just say it. D to W.
D F E F G H I J A M K A B C D E F G
should be the numbers, okay? What I want you to do is start at the number 47, count backwards to the number 31. 47 down to 31.
46, 47, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, just come over here. Just face somebody real quick. Put your hands behind your back. Let me see your other hand. Twist your arm. What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
There's nothing in my mouth.
Okay, I gotta check. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want spit on me. So don't do that. Okay, well you're spitting, okay? Open your mouth. All I want you to do is just open your mouth so I can check it. Nothing in there? No. Okay, 0227, you're going to be placed under arrest for DWI, driving on intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Do you have anything on your person? Nothing sharp, dangerous? Alright.
Really? Even after I said that?
Come right over here.
After everything?
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Just like,
Have a seat.
you're not being mean.
No, I haven't been mean.
No, you're not. You're being very incorrect. I got thrown down the stairs 2 days ago, so my back hurts.
Here, right around. Do you have anything inside the vehicle that you need? Alright. Okay. Sorry for the question.